Hello people of YouTube and welcome back. So yeah, probably a bit of a different view than last time. We're going back to the old school roots of actually using the back of my chair as a tripod, some sellotape, a bit of blue tack and my phone. Just because I missed having this table and being able to show my games up a bit Dave Birdsall style-y. So yeah, I've missed that a little bit. So I might even probably block my face off. So I've actually, because it's totally different than how I did it before. So I have actually got a mirror back there, just so I can just double check every so often, make sure I think I've cut my head off. Now if I lean back a bit, let's get back a bit more. Pull the chair back a bit. There we go. Professional YouTuber. That's what I am. Oh yeah, don't forget, vote Rollercore on YouTube of the month. Links down below. Don't worry. Shameless plug over. But yeah, doing a bit of a pickups video. And yeah, basically as well, just want to have a quick shout out. I know like a lot of people have been complaining about like the YouTube algorithms and everything like that. Yeah, it's pretty shit. Not algorithms, what's the word? Just how they treat the commenters and stuff like that. It is proper shit at the moment. I've noticed if you are going to make any comments on anyone's videos, I don't think anyone's like kind of immune to it all. Just make sure that you don't swear on it, which is a bit of a shame really, because we've all got potty mouths, haven't we really? And don't put Jap, because I have a lot of Japanese games and we all like to shorten it down to Jap, and that seems to be quite the one that seems to be the worst. And what happens is the comment will get left and then it'll just get deleted, or sometimes it gets, we can see like a couple of lines of it but then we can't see the rest. But yeah, anyway, that's my YouTube rant over. Here to do a bit of pickups. So it's good morning. I've actually got my window open for a change. Actually having some real life light coming into the room so I don't look like a pale vampire like I normally do. Or is it making it worse? I don't actually know. But yeah, I've got some modern, semi-modern, so there's probably more semi-modern and modern stuff to show. And then we have got some nice, well, Sega Saturn and Dreamcast stuff to show at the end. A couple of Japanese things there thrown in as well. But yeah, like loads of cool stuff. But yeah, first I'm going to show you, where the fuck is it? I've been playing with it. I've got like a proper fidget obsession. So yeah, I've seen these pop up on eBay loads just recently, and I thought, do you know what? It's that bizarre. I need to get. I think it was $3.50 including postage. I think it was like $2.50 and then £1 postage. And it is. See if I can see there. It is a Sonic Woggle. And if some of you younger folks might not have seen anything like this before, a woggle is back in the day when we used to do scouts, you used to put your little neckerchief and you put it up here because you couldn't do it yourself. You couldn't tie it up. This is just a nice and easy way to do it. But yeah, there was actually Sonic ones, and I don't know if I ever knew that because if I did, I probably would have had one. I did scouts a little bit. I had a few badges, but nothing too major. I was like really interested in doing the CB radio ones and stuff like that. Proper geeky, the geeky stuff basically. But then I would like to do a bit just sports stuff that wasn't football basically. Just the active stuff. Didn't like doing the camping, but I later learned to love that later in life. But yeah, I don't think I've learned anything from scouts in my later years other than the fact that there is a Sonic the Hedgehog woggle. So look at that, you can see it now. I can put it down and you can still see it. So yeah, what have we got to show today? Right, so PlayStation 4 stuff. So I don't know if anyone remembers, I actually picked up a few things with a voucher I got from work from Asda, and they didn't have this in stock. I had to do something really weird to use it all because I had £2 left over and I couldn't use the voucher and bust it. I had to go under it and then come into the store and buy it, but they didn't have it in the store. Anyway, that's a bit of a waffle anyway. But for £8 anyway, I've got myself Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah, I actually played Kingdom Hearts 1 the other day, the remaster on PlayStation 4. Been looking forward to playing it for ages because it's a Square Enix game crossed with Disney, and I've always loved the aesthetics of it. But do you know what? It's pretty boring actually. And I'm just hoping, it just felt too sparse a gameplay basically. But yeah, I'm just hoping this makes it a bit more modern, a bit more feels a little bit better to play basically, a bit more like, well, yeah, more fun gameplay. Graphics just looks like it's from a Pixar movie. It really does. I'm just hoping I'm not going to be completely lost with the story, because the story it's not just 1, 2 and 3, is it? It's like it goes every way but which. But yes, I don't know if that's going to stand up, is it? We've not got the power to stand up a sealed game. Unfortunately, sealed games don't stand up, so we'll put the sealed one there and put the woggle there. Another sealed PlayStation 4 game. Oh yeah, by the way, Tootie, if someone can put like a little link until where the retro starts for Tootie, so we can skip all this crap, because I know he doesn't like it all. But yeah, we've got Dead or School. Now it's a hack and slash RPG, it says, and me and Dylan have been talking about this for ages. We've been waiting for it to drop down in price. We love our little Marvelous games. That's the company, not just saying it's marvelous. Can you actually see it? I think I've got to tilt it now. I've got the window open. But yeah, it looks really interesting for me. I don't know if it's for everyone. I mean, obviously, busty schoolgirls. I mean, realistically, I probably shouldn't be showing shit like this. I'll probably get put on some kind of register or something like that. But I don't know. I really enjoyed this kind of game. Sad to say. And another sealed game. It's the last of the PlayStation 4, just in case Tootie was watching. And it's Crystar. And now this, I really do want to play. I've heard this is a really good RPG, sort of action RPG. I mean, the visuals are actually stunning. This is more like sort of kitsch and sort of a bit tongue-in-cheek, whereas this is just like a solid game. If you like your anime and stuff like that, I think you're really going to enjoy this. So yeah, increase the power of your attacks an hour by shedding tears. So pretty emo, to be honest. But yeah, that's probably who I am, really. So yeah, I mean, all these games, there wasn't like massively cheap. There was, I think there was about 18 quid. Well, this was 8 quid, I think. And I think this was 16 quid. And I think I got that down to 12 quid, which is a bargain. Or was it even 10 quid? Which, it's one of them games that's not dropped in price for ages, and then it just did. Which, quite impressive, well, quite intriguing, is the fact it's by Numskull Games, which I don't know how the partnership with Numskull Games is with this. I wonder if there's any Numskull like merchandise that you can get, because obviously I know, well, we all probably know Numskull as the guys that make the PlayStation 1 coasters, don't they? And other cool little funky gaming merch. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe a subset there for some people. Get me coffee. Right, so, right. Going to do some DS next. DS. Some handheld stuff. Yeah, so I was watching, who was it? Nick Nintendo. What's he called? Nick Nintendo someone. He likes his DS. And his handhelds and Nintendo stuff. And he likes a lot of Japanese stuff. And I just like watching his videos and stuff. So, yeah. I've been... he did his like a DS video, and he reminded me of this game, and it is Boulder Dash for the DS. So yeah, not an expensive game at all. This is like 3 quid, complete from eBay. Not that we can get anywhere. And I think also, can I just say as well, all of this is still 2020 stuff as well. Still showing off my crap from there. Nearly at the end of it. I think I've got some Car Booty stuff and a few extras just to make another video, and then Car Booty Man stuff, and then we're at the end. Then it's all the stuff that I've actually got from now on. But anyway, enough of that. Yeah, Boulder Dash. I loved this game as a kid, playing it on the Amiga. And there was one, I don't know if anyone can remember, there was one, it wasn't Boulder Dash, and I think it was called like Flashaber or something like that, this weird German name, and I've been trying to find that game for ages. It's on the Amiga, so I don't know if Cindy Steve is watching it, these bits of it, but yeah, Flashaber or something like that. Can you remember that game? I don't know, but basically it was a Boulder Dash clone. There was also what was it, Emerald Mines as well. That was a really good game. Yeah, loved my Boulder Dash back in the day. And you could make your own courses, and I don't know if you can do that with this. You've got 130 levels, so why you'd want to make any more, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to be playing that rather soon, I think. Been enjoying my DS just recently. And like I say, more DS stuff. And I actually spent real money at CEX. So I think one of the last days before lockdown number 2, I think it was, which was pretty much all merged into one. I was there dropping some stuff off, I think. Or did I just go in and... Anyway, I was in CX and I bought this with real money. Flipper Critters. It was like £2. It's one that I've actually been watching on eBay for quite some time. It looks really cheap and tacky on the front. I mean, it is really cheap and tacky a game, but it's pinball, but a little bit different. So, I mean, if you've been watching my channel for a bit, you know I love all these kind of like pinball games. And you could probably get this for about £5 on eBay, usually. So when I saw it for like £2, it was a no-brainer. And it's all... oh no, it's not complete. That's the only problem. It's got the safety booklet and the game. But for me, I'm not too fussed about it, to be honest. So yeah, £2 for that. And next, I've actually damaged this myself. Getting drunk on like private streams, showing these shit, and then putting stuff on it is probably not a good idea, really. So yeah, I was looking on eBay for basically snoods, I think they're called. I'm sure that's what they call them. Anyway, that's what I was searching for. Basically masks that you can just wear around your neck, so when you go out you can just pull them up and you don't have to worry about things. Plus it's fashionable, isn't it? Anyway, while I was searching for that, snoods, I think I put snood gaming or something like that to see if there's anything that's kind of funky towards gaming, and this came up. And I've seen like a documentary about this series. I can't remember who did it, ages ago. And yeah, I got Snood 2 on vacation. So basically this is what is it called, not Buster Brothers, Buster Move sort of clone, but just looks so tacky on the front. But it's a fairly decent game. You can get this on the GBA as well. Initially like a PC flash release, I think, realistically, back in the day. But yeah, Snood is back with this screen clearing action packed puzzler. That's all you've got. And then like 700 different languages, hence why you've got the purple triangle owl. Yes, you can get just the green triangles. Doesn't mean it's an English release. It just means it's just English on that release. There's only English language on there, basically. So yeah, this is just a European release, basically. So you've got English, French, Italian, German, and yeah, so nice and complete. I think it cost me like £4, and it's a Zoo Publishing. So Duncan, you might be interested in this if you've not got it already. Right, so let's go on to PlayStation 3. Now I don't know what's better here. So there's some good, but like not good, always like collectible, and then there's some really good stuff. So I suppose make your own mind up. So obviously I had my 360 purge the other day, and one of the games I was really sad to get rid of because I never actually got around to playing it was Crash Time 5. So that took me the longest time to get this game. Oh my goodness, it was really hard to get. I think Rob actually says it's a lot easier to get now, by the sound of it, because mine didn't have a manual. I think I just opted for not having a manual, and he wanted to buy it, and then because it had no manual, he didn't take it. And then I think he found one after that, soon after, for a fairly decent price. But what's intriguing, usually PlayStation 4 games are rarer than, or at least more expensive than 360, and this was cheaper. I can't remember how much it was because I got it ages ago. It was pretty much when I was still selling the 360 stuff that I actually got this. I think it was like £15 or maybe even £20, but somewhere around that kind of a figure. But yeah, like, really good condition. It feels really like brand new, to be honest. And yeah, it's got all of the gubbins that you want, really. So yeah, next up, like I say, I was trying to get all my games back, get into my PlayStation 3 collecting again, and there was one game that I've been after for the longest time, and I put it off, and it's got fucking expensive now. It used to sell between £5 and £10, and now it's going between £20 and £25, all within like a year or something like that, which is mental to think. But I think I put a cheeky offer of like 12 quid, and I think I got it accepted, and it is I don't know how you say it properly. Artonlico Quoga. So yeah, this is an RPG series that I really want to get into. I actually have the first two on the PlayStation 2. The first one really hard and expensive to get. At least, well, getting there. It's getting harder. It's more harder to get than it is expensive, I would say. But yeah, this comes with a nice little soundtrack and everything like that. And yeah, I think if you are planning to pick up, if you want to like collect for the PlayStation 3, you need to get these sooner rather than later. And I think that's why the prices are starting to shoot up on these more now, because people are realizing that, and yeah, they want to get the games before they get too expensive, but in doing so it's just making them more and more expensive. I forgot to make my little wall of games, didn't I? Have I got that the right way? The only reason why I changed this camera angle was to do this. I want to show my games off. There we go. How's that? Look at that. We've got a visual feast for you today. Right, next up, we'll put Mario thing there. Mario, Sonic. Next up, another cheap one. I got this for about £4 delivered. Again, another cheeky offer, and I think the reason why I got this, because I think I tried it a few times and they only accepted it a few times later. But yeah, the game in question is Yakuza 3. So now I've got all of these. Again, these are getting a little bit expensive, but I think the re-releases on the PlayStation 4 have like dropped the value of these quite significantly, because obviously that is the better way to get them. But I think eventually these will then become expensive again. Although saying that, like Yakuza 2 was like, I remember back in the day, Yakuza 2, before I started collecting PlayStation 2, Yakuza 2 was touted as like one of the rarest PAL games you could get. And it was going for like 50 quid like back in the day, and I was like, wow, that's an expensive game. Now you can get it easily for like between 25 and 30 quid, which it just shows you how crazy sometimes these like rarity shifts can go. But I think that was more of a rare plus a good game, uncommon plus a good game kind of mix. But anyway, it's proper off on a tangent, aren't we, really? Because we're talking about Yakuza 3. Yeah, I need to get into playing these games. They are really good, but just because they're so long, I just want to maybe do one a year. In fact, I might even do Yakuza 2 soon. But I think I might have to buy it for the PlayStation 4. I might just have to do that. But yeah, anyway, what are we talking about? Yakuza 3 now. I'm just totally getting lost here. Yeah, so why did I get it for so cheap? Well, someone put a generic photo with like a listing that said NTSC on the end of it. But if you looked on it, it said PAL. Like if you opened it up, they said it was a UK release. But I think people were getting put off by that. So I offered a stupidly cheap, like £4 offer. They didn't accept it. And then I think like a week later, I just did it again. And then I think they counted it to like £4.50 or something stupid. And they accepted it. And yeah, it's in great condition. And what's good about it, even comes with the soundtrack. So yeah, you've got everything there, everything that you need. You've got a manual. I mean, crap looking manual. It's all black and white, but it comes with a nice soundtrack. Do you know what? I would prefer a nice coloured manual than an extra CD. I just don't see. I don't know why. Do people actually play these music CDs? Because I'll just play the game. The music's in the game. I don't really see the point, unless it's Outrun or something like that, and when that's completely different, that's irrelevant. But yeah, anyway, Yakuza 3 for £4, or £5. I can't remember. It's been ages since I got these. And for £10, I got this, and I don't know if that's a good price or not, because again, with RPGs, they're starting to fluctuate quite a lot. And we've got Tales of Grace's F in the special big box version. So yeah, I think it was about £10. I need to look at the prices before I get any of these, but yeah, comes all nice and complete with all the extra CDs. I mean, look at that. I mean, I think this is why I'm enjoying my PlayStation 3 collecting more, just they seem to come with a lot more stuff. Plus, it comes with, they say, do we talk about coloured manuals? Look at that, coloured art book. For like, I think it might even not even been 10 quid. It was really cheap. And you know me, I like these kind of games. I just need to have more time to fucking play them. This is the second copy of this game I actually own for PlayStation 3. I do have a triple pack with this on it, but that's sealed. So I think, yeah, it's also got all the other Tales. Is it Tales of Symphonia on it, and Tales of something else, and Tales of Grace's F. Don't know what that really stands for, but yeah, cool RPG. Really looking forward to. I don't know. I've never played a Tales game, so I don't know which one to start on. Are they like Final Fantasy, that they've all got different stories? I'm not too sure, but anyway, we've got it and it's here. I'm going to try and stand it up here. So can anyone see it? No one can see that. Right, so that's on my PlayStation 3. Next up, I hope we're recording. I think we are. Next up, we've got a game that's Wii Balance Board compatible, so that gives it away that it's a Wii game. And now, I thought this was something else. I knew it was something that's on the PlayStation. I can't remember. Why did I get this? I think it's, what is it called? I should research this. I should tell. I know rough ideas of why I buy things, but I leave it so long I completely forget. But anyway, yeah, it's Wii Skate Heroes, and what I like about this is it kind of looks a bit like Jet Set Radio, and that's the only reason why I bought it. But I also know that it is, what's it called? Skate something on the PlayStation 2. I'm just wondering, I should have probably got it out instead of just looking at bloody things. I think it's called Skate Attack on the PlayStation 2. So I've got no flipping reason to have bought this other than it was like £2 or something. But yeah, nice. It's got manual. It's got the safety booklets. It looks like it's never been used. And yeah, £2. Why not add a few games to the old Wii collection? And next up, a game that I've actually been told is really good. Very easy, but very quite fun with it. And it's Def Junior. So, what's it say? With Wii Def Junior, Root of Evil. So I think there's a second one as well on the Wii as well. And I know you can actually get it on the PSP as well. So realistically, I'll probably get this again. I'll probably get the PSP version because I'll probably more than likely play it on the PSP. Because it's got the nunchuck. It doesn't say that you can use the classic controller on the back. So I think that's what I'll probably do. But yeah, it's like a 3D adventure platformer game. And I've just heard it's, yeah, just a good fun game. And I think you can play it 2-player, which is, if you've got kids, it's great because you can play it with them. Which, why would you not want to do that, I suppose? Right, let's move some of this back. All this flipping crap here that no one wants to see. Let's move it back because we're getting the retro, the good stuff. Talking about retro, every time I hear retro now, I keep getting that flipping theme tune, Retro Ghetto, stuck in my head. So shout out to Retro Ghetto. He's got an incredible Super Nintendo collection. Bit weird to go halfway through and doing a bit of a shout out. But yeah, Retro Ghetto, go down and check out his video, his channel. I'll put a link below. But yeah, great. If you like Street Fighter, if you like Super Nintendo, he's the channel for you, really. So some amazing stuff. And he keeps showing me these well, not me, but keeps showing statues, and he makes me want to buy even more. So yeah, Craig, you're off the hook now. It is other people are influencing me now, these statues. It's not just you. But yes, anyway, just before lockdown, I went over to the Midlands. Can't remember what it's called, Braverley Hill. And I bought a load of Dreamcast games. Can you remember that? I don't know if you can remember that. On the go. Loads of stuff's happened since then. Just having a look up there. Got some really good Dreamcast games, and I was hoping they was going to have this game in there, but they didn't, because they had some good shooters, and it's a shooter. It's a PAL copy, and yeah, it is Gunbird 2. Oof, what a game. What a game. Do you know what? When I first got my Dreamcast back in the day, well, not back in the day, when I first got my Dreamcast, when I started collecting again, let's say, this was the first game I actually put onto a burnt CDR to play. And I can remember seeing it. It used to be about 15 quid back then, but yeah, this is getting a bit of a tasty little number, I think. It regularly goes around 60 quid, but I got this, I think it was 45. I think it was under 50 quid, because I know with me, I know the kind of prices that would make me cringe to buy, and 50 quid is a good price, but I could probably get it else. I don't know. I just feel like I could get it cheaper, and I did. I got it for 45 quid, and it is great condition. All the hinges. Why has it got Blue Stinger in here? Why has it not got Gunbird 2 in here? That's because I was flipping playing it downstairs, wasn't I? I have been playing it. In fact, it could even be in that Dreamcast there. Let's put a little pause on here. I'm back. This is why you should always put your disc back into the original game case, kids, because if not, you end up doing this. Yes, we have got the disc for Gunbird 2. I was worried then. I was thinking, what the hell have I been stung with Blue Stinger there? Have I not checked it? But no, I can remember when I got it, I've just put it on straight away to play it. Bit of testing, and yeah, it works great. And obviously I was playing Blue Stinger last, so let's take this out. Get out, motherfucker. Let's get Blue Stinger out, and then we're now complete. We've got the manual in there. Did I show you? I can't remember if I showed you that. But yeah, I absolutely love this game. Me and Dylan and a few other people have been doing a high score challenge on Gunbird 1. So maybe we need to up our game and play Gunbird 2. I think where this was a lot harder, although I was playing with the HDMI shitty upgrade cable, which does put a bit of lag on it, but I've since put a CRT upstairs, and I've got a second Dreamcast up here that I can play this properly, and I've got something very tasty to play this even better with as well soon, which I will show in a future pickup. But yeah, I just love this cover. It's such a beautiful looking thing. Just that anime style Capcom released shooter, though it's not actually by Capcom. It's I always thought it was a Capcom game, but it's not, is it? It is. Who is it? Answers down below. Someone else. Capcom and Virgin Entertainment it is released by. Crazy. It doesn't actually have the Psycho. Am I making shit up? I don't know. Brain is completely turned to mush. But yes, anyway, I'm going to stop opening and closing these hinges. I'm going to put it over here for people to admire the beautiful box art. Beautiful. And talking shooters, talking Sega, we've got some more. And yes, Dylan actually introduced me to this game ages ago when I first started getting my side. He was one of the ones that he recommended, and it was about 50 quid then, and it's started to like really creep up. And yeah, there was a listing on eBay for loads of very like all the most expensive Sega Saturn games, and I thought, right, I'm gonna put a watch on that. And then everyone started talking about it, and I was like, oh god, this is going to be one of them that's just going to go absolutely bonkers. And it did. It went batshit crazy. And yeah, I probably got a bit excited about these. So yeah, anyway, this was probably, I got this for about the going rate. There was all £1 listings, and I think I paid 80 quid for it. Quite a lot of money. Between 70 and 80 quid, I think it was. And it is... What is it? It doesn't have it. Kingdom Grand Prix. Kingdom Grand Prix. So this is a very unique shooter indeed. It's by Rising. And it's very, I don't know. I can't get to grips with it. It's very, I've played it before. I probably should have known better, but I am, well, semi going for a shooter set for the Sega Saturn. And yeah, you're in a race and you do it and you're shooting at the same time. Now I did watch, who was it called, Retro Tuner. He actually played this and he was like doing really terrible with the racing, but he was getting quite far in it. So I think it was said that you don't need to win the races to progress. And I think as well, I think in the comments someone said that you can put a cheat in it to kind of keep up with everyone, but also like have the same level of gameplay or something. I don't know. You can actually race and play the game a bit easier. So yeah, it's a very weird and unique shooter. So I need to, I'll have a look at that cheat actually and see what you can do. There's no spine cardage, but that doesn't bother me. But yeah, it is a really interesting game. Like I say, it was introduced to me by Dylan, Hyper Trigger X, back in the day when I first started collecting the Saturn, and I just put it off just because it was so hard, but it just intrigued me that much. I needed to get it, and I got outbid on every flipping listing on this day. This guy had, I think I worked out, he out of all them Sega Saturn games, I think he made 10 grand. 10 grand on just games. That's mental, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, if you can make that money, I mean, it does make me tempted to go selling mine, but his were a lot more expensive than what I own. But I could probably get a couple of pennies back. But anyway, talking of which, another expensive game, and a subset of sorts as well, because after I've got this one, I only need one left to complete that subset, and it's the Arcade Gears Gun Frontier. So I can't remember what I paid for this, but I know I overpaid for it because I told everyone about it. I think it was like 140 quid I paid for this. And I recently, just like a month before, being offered 100. You know when you get like, when you're watching something, people send an offer in. I got an offer for 125 quid. And that same guy is actually selling it again for 125 quid. So yes, I've overpaid for it, but I really wanted it. It's one that I've been wanting for a long time. Technically, I've got this. It's on Taito Legends Collection. Taito Collection on, what is it called? PlayStation 2. Is it the Taito Collection? What is it? Taito Legends 2. That's it. It's on this disc. So I got no reason to get this other than just ridiculousness. And yeah, I'm just ridiculous. I'm one of them collectors are. But I just prefer the feel of these games on the Saturn than I do as an emulated port on the PlayStation 2. There's something about it. Plus, you can rotate the screen and have it in Tate mode in this. So yes, it costs more. Real, I don't need to be spending that money, but I just prefer it. I just prefer having this as a proper physical release. Yeah, it looks like it's in a classic box. Like I say, that's the Arcade Gears. There's only one more I need to get, and then I've got the full lot. So these are really cool. So you've got the disc in here. But what's cool about them is you have like a little magazine. The Gamiest of Gears. So it just tells you about the game. If you could read Japanese, that is. Tells you, I think, all the tricks and everything like that. And then you've got the actual manual itself here, which again is all in Japanese. So realistically, I don't need to have it. This one actually comes with a spine card. I suppose that's probably why it costs a bit more, because I don't know if that other one does. But like I said in the past, I don't mind spine cards. Now, when I bought these games, I had a flipping panic attack because obviously I spent quite a bit of money on these really, but I ordered them and then they got sent. It took a week for him to send them. So I think it's because he had so many to send. It took a while to send. So I don't feel too bad. But the problem is, it said it arrived in a different place. I think it was like, because obviously he sent them signed for, but the signed for was by M. Jane. M. Jane it was, Mary Jane. I was thinking that's a dodgy signature, and it was in Wigan, which I don't live anywhere near Wigan, and it was signed for as received, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, I'm not going to get my games. And then so I rang up Royal Mail. He said, oh yeah, sorry about that, I don't know how that's happened. So I contacted the seller and I was like, look, you're gonna have to use your insurance. And he was like, I've not got any. He didn't send them insured. I can't believe it. Like nearly 250 quid's worth of games, and he didn't send them insured. And then I put a claim in, and he closed the claim down saying it had been received, and I was like, fucking hasn't been received by me, which is the proper person. I was a bit pissed off about that, to be honest. But as you can tell, they eventually got to me, which I was kind of like hoping that I would be able to get the money back, because I would have been able to get this for a little bit cheaper, and I could have probably got that for the same price. So I'd have saved about 20 quid. But to be honest, like, it's convenience of having them. I've been looking for these games for the longest time. Like I say, I really wanted, like this one in particular, I really wanted to play. Basically, it's a Western style shooter. So I think you go around, instead of having a spaceship, you're actually going around in a massive gun, which is so unique. It's so cool. So yeah, that is my lot for this time. Not a crazy amount, but some really good stuff there. Really good games. All like quality over quantity, I think, except maybe this one. But I can't. Again, I really want to have that, play that myself. Can I actually see myself here? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for getting this far. I always just flipping waffle on at the end, don't I? But yeah, next one, what we're going to do, I've got a few car boot stuff that I picked up just before Christmas, at the weekend before Christmas. And if I'd not said it before, go vote for Roller Car, the winner of YouTube of the Month. Guaranteed. Thanks for watching. Bye.